Hey y'all, it's me. Look, I got some happy mail today. I got something from Nancy, Nan's Next Knots, and Cindy Moulter. I got two beautiful cards from them, and I have to tell you, both of their handwritings are unbelievably pretty. They really write well. Ooh, this is the one from Nancy. I love that cardinal. Cindy, blessings. Oh, Nancy, I love you. I like watching your channel too, by the way. Although you really don't have a lot on there, I'd still like to watch. I'd like for you to do more with it, but I don't know. Not everybody likes to do the talking to the camera, and to tell you the truth, I've gotten to where I don't do it as often as I should, or I think that I should. All right, here's the next one. This is from Cindy. There's the Cardinals again. You know what they represent, don't you? They represent people who you love that have left, who have gone. And may God work his very special magic this Christmas, filling your heart with very special peace. Thank you. This is so pretty and so sweet. You didn't have to send me a card. I've been working on mine, getting my Christmas cards together, and I still haven't finished. Who knew I had so many? I didn't expect to have that many. Oh, y'all, you're not gonna believe the day I had. My sister, see, we take our dog to get her groomed every so often. Missy, my dog that lives here with me, we take her to get her groomed every so often. And then we take Wolfman, who's the little white dog that y'all seen a few times, to get him groomed at the same time, so they're on the same schedule. So we get going, and we go over to pick up Wolfman. Well, my sister gets out of the car, and she's walking. And then she says, oh, yeah, gross. She stepped in dog poo, y'all. Smack in it. So, of course, you know, she's freaking out because her shoes, oh my God, it's sunk. Her foot sunk and it went up to the sides of her shoes. So she was really freaking out, y'all. And she finally got most of it off, and but she decided she could not wear those shoes. So we stopped at Family Dollar, and I ran in to find her a pair of shoes, and I found her a pair, and they were like a size bigger than she wears, is what it said. But apparently they must come from a whole nother country where their sizes are like smaller, because she barely got them on her feet. But we did get the shoes that had the poo on them taken away. But that seemed to be our theme throughout the day on that. So then we're just riding along, and at first I was like, no, I don't want to stop at Hobby Lobby, because if I stop at Hobby Lobby, I'll be drooling at all the yarn. And that's true. I would, because they have some yarn, man. But they didn't have anything really good going on. But they've got their clearance on their Christmas stuff already. They've got 66% off of like little bitty tree ornaments. I know y'all see where I'm going with this. So I found some I really, really liked. And I said, you know, these would make great stitch markers. And she goes, oh yeah, they would. So, not going to show y'all what I got, because I plan on making stitch markers with them. And then next year, I'll be sending stitch markers out with my cards. This year I couldn't do that because I didn't plan that far in advance for all this stuff. I never do, y'all. No. And then we had to go get propane. Now, she's had 2 back surgeries. I've had one. but I think my bulging disc is getting ready to burst because it's like really painful right now. My whole leg and everything is like giving me fits, put it that way. So she's can't really lift anything heavy. I literally cannot lift anything heavy. And so we struggle when we go to the grocery store because neither one of us can lift anything. So we get there and we stop and we run into her friend's father-in-law. No, it's her friend's stepfather. And he's a sweet man. He really is. And we talked for a while. We talked and talked and talked and talked. And, you know, sweet people. I mean, he was with his 2 daughters, so that was fun meeting them because they were really sweet. And then, so we, you know, kept on going and, you know, finished our grocery shopping. And we got more than we went after, which I knew we would because we always do. But yeah, we got what we needed. We did manage to get everything on the list. Y'all do not know how hard it is to remember everything on a list because there's always going to be one thing you're going to forget. But this time we had my phone with the notes, with the list written on the notes so that we wouldn't forget what was on the list. And we got everything. I was so proud of us. And then when we were getting ready to check out, she goes, I wonder if the dogs are, you know, finished grooming. Yeah, they'd been done for almost 40 minutes. We didn't get the message till late. And so we hurry up and check out, you know, which is always an ordeal there. But y'all, I have a weakness this year. I have a really bad weakness. Now, I don't know about y'all, but there are these butter cookies that I just love. They're really cute. Cute tins too. I save the tins and use them for like to hold beads and things I will use for my stitch markers and wire and everything else. So when I eat and yes, I will eat all these cookies. These butter cookies are really good. They remind me of my childhood. I don't eat them quickly, but I do eat them. Yeah, that's about it though. We got there, we went and we got the dogs, and when we were coming back to drop Wolfman off, I told her, I said, don't forget to park on this side of the truck and not that side, because that side's where apparently he goes to the bathroom all the time. So she said, okay. So she parked on this side, but she didn't just park on this side. She parked way on this side, way far away from the yard. So, she you know, watched her step all the way up, and then, you know, he's so cute that dog is a mess. It's a mess. Well, so's mine, so I can't say nothing. I started working on my same pattern for my sister that I did for me, which was that one that looks like a quilt square. I'm doing one for her, and I have to kind of break up whenever I'm working on a lot of projects that are going to be the same project over and over and over again. I have to kind of break them up with something else. So while I'm working on the character blankets, I take a break. While I'm doing the break, I work on her blanket, and, you know, I put the little pieces in my little skull bag that I made with my own 2 hands. I still have not found a way to get the I need to find a drawstring for it. But I even lined it. Not pretty, mind you. I didn't do a great job of it, but I did line it. So it's double done. So I got the natural and the red done, and I'm working on the dark brown now. But when I get that one put together, I'll show it to you again, even though you've already seen it once. This is a different blanket, yada, yada. There's something else I was trying to think of. Okay. Whenever you have dogs in the country and deer season starts, you want them to stay in your yard. Not that the yards are small here. We're talking about a 2-acre yard. I mean, there's room to run. And so we had to get invisible fence for my sister's yard to keep the dogs inside that yard. So unfortunately, with the invisible fence, you have to have the shock collars, and we don't like them, but we have to keep them on in the fence because they could get shot, and we don't want that. We'd rather have them get shocked, but not shot. So, long story short, they've been, wearing their collars. They've been staying in the yard. They can't go outside that yard. So they never come over to my house anymore because the fence runs right in front of the gate that I use to get up into my yard to come to my house. Well, this morning, I'm looking out my window and I see a streak of white and brown fly by. I'm like, uh-oh. One of those dogs has either gotten used to the charge or theirs is not working anymore, because they were digging in this yard right here beside my house, back behind there. Yeah. I never know which way I'm going with that. But anyway, let's see. I'm trying to remember everything, y'all. Oh, I cooked ribs for the first time. I've never cooked them before, y'all. So it's like trial and error here, trying to get used to it. But I think I know what to do now, and that's a good thing. You basically have to cook them and then cook them and then cook them and then cook them. But you got to give them marinated first. They need to be marinated really well, so that when they're done cooking, they're going to fall off the bone. Well, I cooked some last night. I did a fairly decent job for my first try. I didn't do great, but I didn't do awful either. So I'm like in between great and awful. So it's right in there. The reason I tried to cook ribs is my mom and dad used to do ribs all the time when I lived in Mississippi, which is weird, okay? I moved from Mississippi to Texas. Texas, like, home of barbecue, right? I ate more barbecue in Mississippi than I've eaten here. And it's more expensive here. It's just way higher. I was surprised by that. But yeah, the barbecue is like really expensive here. It's like gas is really expensive here. And Texas is full of refineries and oil companies and everything. But for here, the gas is higher. And then it's like the further away you get from Texas, the lower the gas goes, except for California. California's got a pretty high taxes on theirs. Let's see, what else am I doing, y'all? I don't know. I've just been trying to, get through. We have got her family Christmas party on Saturday. So Friday, tomorrow, I've got to go over and get the stuff to make sugar-free brownies. Gonna make some Chex Mix on this. She doesn't know about it yet, but I'm gonna make some. Oh, I love Chex Mix, y'all. It's my favorite. It's gonna be a little different, but it's Chex Mix. I'm also going to the next day, I'm going to make mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese. But instead of the Elbows macaronis, we're going to use the rotinis, the ones that are like the spiral pasta. I think that's right. It's like, but it's the only whole wheat noodle we have right now, because it's hard, like really hard to find anything whole wheat in this town. Although a good portion of this town has a lot of diabetic people out here, which is kind of concerning. That's a lot of diabetic people. Thank you to everybody who is praying for Linda. I'm hoping she's just getting better and better and doing better and better, and hopefully we will hear from her soon. And when we do, or if I do, I'll be more than happy to let all of y'all know. She's my heart, y'all. So I'm just hanging in here right now, waiting to hear from her, because, you know, I want to make sure she's okay. I know there's a lot of us that have been praying for her, and a lot of us that have been thinking about her. So, just, you know, keep her in your prayers if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it, and I know she would. She's such a sweetheart, y'all. Such a sweetheart. And she's got such a wicked sense of humor. She and I were on the phone one night. We were watching this broadcast, this live stream, and it was the craziest thing. I mean, literally, it was, we sat there riveted, watching it back and forth, talking to each other while this live stream's going on, and commenting, going back and forth, commenting. And I think we were on the phone for over an hour and a half. It was wonderful. I had so much fun that night. I was crying by the time we hung up. But yeah, she's got a wicked sense of humor, and that's a good thing to have, because a lot of people don't have one. I know a few of them. Yeah, I know a few. But that's okay, because, you know, eventually they'll get happy. Y'all, that's about it. Oh, have y'all ever lost a pair of scissors and then couldn't find them? I have literally lost a pair of scissors. They're gone. I have no clue where they went. I had to clean up before the cleaning lady came on Wednesday. So I was putting things away really, you know, quickly. I wasn't paying much attention to what I was doing with everything when I was putting it away. I'll admit to that. That was my fault, because I should have been paying attention. But I lost a pair of scissors. So now I have to use my stork scissors. My little flower storks. I love them. They're so pretty. Ooh, that's a good picture of them. Ooh, even better. I love them. They're sharp. Ooh, they're sharp. It's amazing what you can get off of Wish.com. But that's it, y'all. I'm sitting here rambling now, and I'm going to let y'all go, because it's already like way longer than I thought it was going to be. Y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy yourselves, and I will talk to y'all again later. when I get an opportunity and a free moment to do so. And I promise y'all it won't be as long as the last time waiting. Y'all have a great day. Be safe, and whatever you do, take care of yourselves and your loved ones this year. And I will talk to you later. Bye.